politically correct, so unfortunately I cannot cuss anymore. This just pleases me, but it is what it is. So I say single as bleep, not to be stupid, but to keep it PC. So anyways, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate for you. Also, this is intended for those of you who have been single with absolutely nothing popping up, or those of you who it's just like nothing can seem to really like take off, or you're getting a lot of rejection, things like that. And this reading is intended to look at those energies and help you understand what's going on. Oftentimes, when we experience long periods of singlehood, it's because the universe is trying to lead us to understand something better about ourselves, okay? So let's see, Pisces, what the energy is for you guys that you should be focused on in the month of November 2017. And keep in mind, this is where you should be focusing your thoughts and emotions in November. Chop wood. So, Pisces, what this is saying, the universe is saying, dear Pisces, there is much work to be done. Only you know what that work can be. Could it be that you need to keep a tidier home? Do you need to take better care of yourself? Do you have some inner work that you need to attend to? Is there things you need to let go of? Is there emotional baggage you're holding on to? The energy of this card is saying there is a need to clean house on some level, whether it's internally or externally. Only you know how this energy will relate, because this is a general reading, so it will be different for everybody. But I hate to say it, I'm a Pisces too. This is saying there is much work to be done, okay? And with that, this could mean it's like these are the final preparations, the fine tweaking, because you're about to embark on a new adventure, maybe a new relationship, something along those lines. So I'm going to draw some tarot cards to get more information on what exactly that's saying, okay? But no matter what, it looks like we all have some work to do. And I'm sorry if that's not what you want to hear, believe me. I don't want to hear that either, but the tarot is honest and true, and it tells us what we need to hear. Not exactly what we want to hear all the time, but what we need to hear to help propel us forward into our greatest good. So let's see what the tarot has to offer about this energy. I'm feeling like another shuffle needs to be had. Alright, Pisces, let's see. Whoa, straight out, death. Okay, so complete 100% transformation for my Pisces. Wow. Depending on where you are in this process, relates to this card here. Maybe you're finally on the other side of things and you're feeling good about life again and potentially dating, and now it's time to clean yourself up a little bit, whether it's your energy or yourself physically or your emotions or your thoughts. Okay, only you know. But this here, very powerful. First card out, Major Arcana, Death. Huge transformation of your energy. Those of you who have been single and things just aren't working out, that's not as a punishment to you. You're going through a big transformation, change of energy cycle ending. Wow, King of Coins reversed. So, I don't know if this guy shows up in November. Could be male or female. This is a general reading. Or if this is leading into your future. But this here is an energy that is not quite emerged in your life just yet because it's coming out reversed, okay? And I don't feel like this is anything to do with whatever or whoever you were seeing that brought you into this place of transformation. This is a different energy. This could also be what you are about to evolve into, which is the king of your own castle, financially even, okay? It's like you are independent, you are able to hold it down, you are able to take care of yourself, you are practical, you are giving, you are sharing, you are trustworthy, you're dependable, okay? But there is a large emphasis of being very independent. You're solid all on your own. And since this is reversed, this is like the energy that is coming in. It's not quite in because of the way that I'm reading for this subject. I'm reading the tarot cards a bit differently as well, okay? So this is what I see coming in. It's not present yet, but it's what's unfolding. Whether this is the energy you are transforming into, which I feel for many of you is the case, or this is the next relationship that comes after this transformation is fully taken place, okay? Wow, and then we have the Knight of Swords. So, beautiful, Pisces. This is new communications that come in, you know, maybe unexpectedly. And they're not exactly emotional communication, but it's like the start of something new. You're getting to know somebody, you're sharing information, or this is a message coming in for you. Okay, so those of you who have been sitting around thinking, oh, I'm going to be single for eternity, I just give up. No, sister, no, brother. It's time to get up and get yourself together because there's something else trying to show up, all right? Sometimes when we're in these greater cycles of our life, it's not easy to understand what it's all about from a physical point of view and the way things manifest. Or sometimes it seems like it just drags on and on and on. You're feeling as though you're ready, you've overcome all your stuff, you're, you know, putting yourself out there and it's still not happening. You're like, what on earth is going on? Well, you guys, you're all in some sort of cycle or you're in the process of transmuting old energy so that you can move forward. But there's an element for all of you where you need to kind of clean yourself up or clean your energy up, clean things up, okay? Prepare yourself. Get ready. Seriously, with these two cards, I feel like there's this energy, this new energy coming into your life quite unexpectedly, actually, with that Knight of Swords showing up. So I'm going to pull two Hidden Wisdom Oracle cards for you guys to represent the person that lives within you that you may or may not be aware of. The essence within, okay? Whatever's going on, Pisces, get yourself together. I don't know, maybe end of November, coming into December, there might be something that just shows up, like I said, out of nowhere, and you're like, whoa, wasn't ready for that. Well, get ready, okay? Get ready. If this reading is resonating with you, get ready, because I feel like that clean it up, that chop wood, put the effort where the effort needs to be made, is saying get ready. Because something is on its way. So, we have the Spiral Dancer, Circulus Route Perception. Wow. again, the emphasis on the cycle, the completion. You're moving, through energy, spiraling down, or you're spiraling up, okay? And the way you are spiraling is really a matter of your perception. So Pisces, what this is saying is whatever is going on in your life, truly the way you experience it is at your own hands. It's at your own perception, okay? Because every experience, every energy has, two sides to it, the light and the dark, and then, all the space in between, the gray area, so to speak. So whatever you are experiencing in your life, it's your choice the way you perceive it. Are you going to be downward spiral, or are you going to be upward spiral? And sometimes, depending on the circumstances we're facing, it can be very challenging to see anything good or positive in what we're experiencing. And sometimes, if that's the case, you just got to go with what you feel, because, part of moving through any sort of loss or heartache is to allow yourself to feel what you feel, to be honest with yourself, and also gentle with yourself. But more to the point, don't allow yourself to exist in the downward spiral of existence, of experiencing anything for too long, okay? Because that really pulls you down and brings you into a great depression. And being a water sign, you're prone to that anyways, okay? Because you're very sensitive, you're very emotional, you feel everything on a much higher degree, than other signs of the zodiac. So this is telling you that the way you experience things and the way you perceive is more in your power than you realize. Furthermore, there's a natural ebb and flow to life. And if you're struggling and you're pushing against that current, you're going to feel very uncomfortable and very unhappy. And, with this death card here, this is saying, those of you who've been in that ebb, nothing's happening, or you're being rejected, you're about to be in the flow, you're about to spiral back up. There's a huge transition of energy taking place, okay? Next, we have the Lady of Lightning. Surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. Wow. If that does not complement this death card, I do not know what does, except for maybe the Tower, okay? This, again, you see at her fingertips, was I just not saying? It's at your fingertips, Pisces. Paradigm shift. Whatever you guys have been going through, November feels like such a powerful month based upon this reading here, okay? And you need to make sure you're on board for this shift, because it says surprises, sometimes shock, total paradigm shift. Like I said, the universe is saying for some of you, prepare, okay? If you have not shaved your legs or other parts of your body that need to be taken care of, and you're like, I don't give any FUCKs, I'm single as FA, well, guess what? Groom yourself, get ready. It's like, this is saying, it just shows up very unexpectedly, and gosh darn it, Pisces, you want to be prepared, okay? Like, you want to be prepared. So really keep that in mind. And I'm going to give you an example, and it's a horrible example. It's just awful, but I totally thought of it just now. When I was in my early 20s, my best friend was married, and she was really all about this other guy, and she really didn't want to cheat on her husband, okay? So every time that we would go out to the bar to hang out with this guy, she would make sure that she wasn't groomed in all the proper places, and would wear her big girl panties, as we like to call them, okay, to prevent any sort of anything happening. Now, in your case, my dear Pisces, I don't think you want your big girl panties on, or you don't want to be super taken care of, because for many of you, it looks like something just shows up out of nowhere. Just bam. Here you go, Pisces. And you might have been saying this whole time and complaining, I'm tired of being single, da 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 da. But you want to be ready when it shows up, okay? Huge changes. The Pisces I'm reading for, huge changes happening in November. Wow, it's just like out of nowhere, surprise, here it all is. And I feel like many of you, you've done the work, the emotional work of the letting go and, forgiveness and moving forward and looking forward to the future and all of that. This right here could represent a residual of some of that, if that speaks to you. For others, this is more of like a physical thing where you've kind of let yourself go, and now it's time to really get back into caring about all of that, because you want to be prepared when this shows up. And I'm so sorry if you hear that. I have my window open and there is a very loud truck out there, so I do apologize for the noise interruption, Pisces. Anyways, you want to be prepared, okay? I just cannot let that go. I don't know why. Some of you, I see, Pisces, I see you. It's like the moment has come, okay? And who knows who this is with? This is a general reading, so it's going to be different for everybody, okay? It just is. But let's just say this is the person you were crushing on a year ago, and all of a sudden you're out at the bar with friends, and bam, here this person is, and maybe you don't even care about happily ever after. You just wanted to know what was up and what it was like with that person. Be prepared, okay? Or, let's just say you're going out to handle your errands for the day, and you're just going to be all drabby. No, Pisces. Be looking good everywhere you go in November. Be prepared. That's all I can say to you guys based on these cards. Is the universe is saying, like, be sparkly, be feeling your best, be looking your best every moment of every day, because this energy right here, wow, I love it, Pisces. I'll shut up about that now. I'm going to pull you 2 cards from the Vintage Wisdom Oracle, which are intended to talk about your greatest characteristics, the things about you that you should really focus on in November and allow to shine, like the best parts of you, the things about you that draw people into you. Okay? Still hung up on the Lady of Lightning and the Death card. Oh my goodness gracious, Pisces. My goodness gracious. For some of you, all of your hard work is about to pay off. That's all I gotta say. You'll have to let me know. I wish that was the case for every one of you. This is a general reading, so even I have to keep that in perspective. If none of this is really resonating with you, please don't try to make it, even though it's like a fantastic message, okay? I really never want to mislead anybody. I like to give the exact energy that's coming through. So if this is not resonating, please do not make it fit. But if it is, holy moly, wow, Pisces. So let's see. Healing. I am not surprised to see this card come out for Pisces. Okay, so huge news flash to you. You have very healing energy, and that attracts the strays, the broken down, the brokenhearted, the in need, the woe is me's, the victims, the underdogs of the world, okay? Your energy draws them all in like magnets, because You are very unique in the energy that you naturally possess, okay? Just by who and what you are. It's very healing, it's very nurturing. People open up to you quite easily, and you often find, even with strangers, you just have the perfect words of wisdom or advice. Doesn't mean like you flow this energy to yourself. I mean, I'm a Pisces too. I totally get it. Like, you can help everybody all day long, but help yourself. What? Right? Not that you don't want to, but sometimes it's just so much more complicated, right? To actually live the advice that you give to others, no matter how great or wise it may be. So this is saying that the imprint that you leave on everybody who crosses your path is this energy, this essence about you that is so healing and sacred. You know, people connect to you in a way where they don't understand that for you, you have deep connections with everybody that you let in that are close to you, okay? You have intense, deep connections with everybody who is in your heart. Now, everybody you have these connections with isn't able to create that connection so easily with others as you, okay? So when they connect to you, they feel like you guys have this soul connection. You guys, may be meant to be. There's just something about you. They can't let you go. Probably have a hard time getting rid of exes. Even if they dumped you, here they come back months later, years later, whatever the case may be. Okay? It's because this energy, this essence about you is so magical. Many people probably feel very safe in your company, very soothed. By your words, by your advice, by your touch, just depending on how you express this healing energy, okay? So, even though this is no news flash for you, this is one of your most unique qualities that you possess. And you really should give a lot more focus of this area of yourself and how you can further manifest it into reality. You guys are healers, okay? Trust. Okay, so here's the next thing about you. You are, the Pisces I'm reading for are incredibly honest and straightforward people. In fact, you may have lost friends because you're so blunt and straight up and you're not interested in sugarcoating anything or lying to save somebody's feelings, because you see the truth that you only hinder somebody, by hiding the truth from them if it's a truth about themselves. And, it's in varying degrees. But this here, Pisces, the honesty of you, the loyalty of you, the integrity of you is something quite precious. And you may feel as though you offer these very honest and true relationships, but you may not always get that in return, and that's where the spiral dancer comes into play. How are you going to perceive that? Are you a victim, or are you going to go to a higher level and see how that failed relationship, what was it teaching you about you? It wasn't teaching you to be not truthful and to become deceitful. That is never going to be the lesson for you, okay? It's probably teaching you need better discernment, okay? Like I said, you attract all the strays and you have this natural need and want to help and nurture and heal. So perhaps you've needed to learn more discernment about the people that come your way and realize, it's not your job to save the world. It truly isn't. Even though all these people feel like they have this great connection to you and they want to tell you and they want to open up to you, you've got to discern who you can help and who you can't, and who's even worth allowing into your space, okay? So you are a very trustworthy and honorable, loyal individual. That is one of your greatest attributes. People remember you for this, and those who have betrayed you and who have wronged you severely regret it, I promise you, at some point in the future, because this kind of honesty is hard to find. It's like your friends probably tell you everything, because what needs to be kept under lock and key, Pisces, you will keep under lock and key for your friends. Okay, you might be everybody's diary, and there comes a point where you're tired of it. You don't want to be the diary. You don't want to heal everybody's broken mess. However, Pisces, it's just your energy. It pulls people in. Okay, it's just they can't help it but to attract to you, and it's just all about you being discerning and not feeling like you must help everybody. So I'm going to look at some oracle cards to give you advice for the month of November in regards to this chop wood card. Again, I don't feel like you guys have much work to do in regards of like emotional stuff or letting anything go, or that you're not even ready for a relationship. Honestly, the Pisces I'm reading for, with that death card starting out, you guys are ready. At least the Pisces I'm reading for in this reading, you guys are ready. You need to be prepared, because honestly, by the looks of those hidden wisdom oracle cards, it's going to show up out of nowhere. And think of the title of those, Hidden Wisdom. Trying to give you a heads up to be looking your best, okay? So let's see what your advice is for the month of November. Time to create. Beautiful. So this here might very well be an indication that now that we've come to the end of this cycle, it's time to recreate yourself, Pisces, and that's what this chop wood is about. It's time to look at yourself and decide, what do you want to look like? How do you want to wear your hair? What's the style of clothes? How do you want to carry yourself, okay? For others of you, this is saying that November is a great month for you to start pursuing a dream or a goal or some creative endeavor that's really been hanging on your mind, okay? It can open doors for you, but also I feel as though it's a great outlet for any negative or anxious energy you might have, nervous energy. Redirecting that energy into something positive, into something you love, into something that nobody can take away from you, okay? Next we have show appreciation. So this here is saying every person in the month of November that compliments you or is kind to you or helps you out or cares, just whatever, make sure that they know you appreciate their effort, no matter how small, okay? And this could have a lot to do with this time to create. If you're making big changes in yourself, people are noticing that and really complimenting you. Thank them for noticing that, because, we all need to be secure within ourselves, but it sure feels good when those around us are noticing the changes in us and giving us compliments and, helping to propel us forward on this new positive path. Also, I feel as though some of you, there's some friends and support systems that were there for you through some really hard and dark times in the past, and November, the month of Thanksgiving, is a very good time to do something special and give something back to all those people that were there for you. Now, for others of you, this means here that there's energy returning to you in November of Thanksgiving, of gratitude, where maybe people are finally saying, because we have this transformation of energy, hey, thank you for being there for me. Hey, thank you for the friend you were. Hey, thank you for the girlfriend, boyfriend you were. Whatever the case may be, okay? Huge emphasis on gratitude in the month of November for Pisces. And lastly, you are not alone. How beautiful. So for those of you who think that the universe does not hear you, this is the universe saying, I hear you. You are not alone. And listen, you don't want any person to be your partner. You want somebody special, somebody worthy of you. And sometimes that takes a long time. It's a long journey to get to that person. And maybe that's, you know, that journey itself is what allows you to have the full appreciation and the deepest of gratitude for this relationship because of the struggle you faced to get to it, as to where perhaps you wouldn't have that depth within you to feel it so deeply, okay? You've really got to trust the universe and the way things move in your life. The more you're asking, the more you're opening up, the more you're working on yourself and going with the flow, the more you can trust that what's going to come your way is actually going to be something spectacular. So you can expect things to slow down. Because if you're not a bunch of riffraff isn't going to be showing up in your life, okay? And on the dating scene, unfortunately, a lot of it is a bunch of riffraff. So once you pull yourself out of that and you elevate your energy and you're content in the fact of being single, because you're not open to just anything, you're open to the thing, okay? You're not alone, Pisces. The universe hears you. Also, you have a great support system of friends and family that you can always rely on. And if you are trying to pursue a goal or a dream in November, that's a big deal. You're going to have more support than you think you are, okay? But you're not alone, Pisces. You're truly not. And this very well, for many of you, could mean by the end of November, you're no longer alone, period, in the story. Okay? You are coupled up with somebody. So, Pisces, what I'm going to do now is pull 3 romance angel cards to look at the energies over the next 3 months of potential romance for you guys. I really feel like this, the Pisces I'm reading for, this is something that's like happening in November, or is like just early part of December. So far you guys are the 7th reading. I haven't seen anything like this where it's like, hey, be prepared for anything, you know. Lady of Lightning. She showed up in, I believe it was Scorpio's reading, but it was very much different message about what that meant. But Pisces, you guys are having a paradigm shift in November. If you've been single, as please, that very much can mean you're no longer in that state of being by the end of November. Wow. So, let's see what the romance angel cards have to say for the next 3 months. Chemistry, well, there you go. Maybe that's why you need to be prepared. Maybe you're going to meet somebody or reconnect with somebody and it's just game on. And you'll be so happy you were prepared. But nonetheless, for many of you Pisces, it looks like somebody's coming along that you have great chemistry with. Oh, wow. Hello. True love. This is a romance of a lifetime. Okay. So, Pisces, I just want to pull out our... Oh, gosh darn it. That's exactly what I did not want to happen. I'm going to pull out our Lady of Lightning and our Death here, okay? Because true love came out, and I think in any romance reading, this is the card everybody wants, right? This could be somebody you've been with before, or this could be somebody brand new. Again, we have the Death card and the Lady of Lightning here. So this is a general reading, so this is different for all of you. But, wow. Let's see what the third and final card is. Healing family issues. Okay. Again, many of you could be connecting with somebody that you have been with in the past, whether that was just something, you know, a fling or something more serious. And here we are having a brand new beginning, a transformation, and there's healing to be had. Now, for others of you, it appears as though some healing within the family, which would really be strong if you were in a co-parenting situation, needs to take place. That's where this cleaning house needs to happen. And in doing that, that's where this paradigm shift comes into play. Okay, so if you are a Pisces, this still has quite a bit of healing to do, which I would feel like that's the very small minority of the Pisces I'm reading for based on these cards, okay? If that is the case, once you really face that head on and allow yourself to transmute that energy and heal, put in the work in doing that, you're opening yourself up to true love, okay? So my goodness, Pisces, I think you guys may have the best reading so far of these. So I hope you like that and enjoy that. Not that I feel like any of you are really going to need this, but I am putting this in all of these videos. If you are having any sort of self-esteem issues, or you're feeling as though, you know, that you don't have a lot of options in the romantic arena, you should really try listening to these attraction subliminals with headphones as often as you can. I've put 3 in the description box below so that you can have some samples of, you know, the different types that are out there. And I highly suggest creating your own private playlist of all the different affirmations that speak to you. And I say this because I actually tried it out myself for 30 days as an experiment, and I will tell you this, I definitely received a lot more compliments from men and women alike, okay? And I had a lot of people hit on me, just a lot of attention that I typically don't normally get. So there is something to it. I was only doing it as an experiment, so after 30 days, I did not finish on. I've heard people say you need to do it for 60 to 90 to make it like a permanent part of your subconscious, to project that energy outward to receive that type of attention. So, you know, really use it at your discretion of what you're trying to achieve. But I'm not saying this for those who are vain or, you know, for anything like that. But honestly, it really does help your self-esteem if you haven't had any attention or you've had a lot of rejection. When people all around you just start being kinder to you in general, okay? And even people you're not interested in pick up on you. It does help. So the links for those are in the description. Otherwise, Pisces, be prepared every day this month. That's just all.